about $3,000 a barrel. Tumbled on Thanksgiving Thursday with the #1 cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, pulling back sharply, just on the verge of notching its first all-time high in almost 3 years. David Martin, market analyst at CMC Markets in the UK, attributed the retracement in Bitcoins to the so-called profit-taking, with investors selling after a sizable gain this year in the world's #1 crypto. Some folks were forecasting $30,000. Let's get more insights into the latest from the world of cryptos as we turn to Uchenna Minnis, who is a global market strategist and the managing partner at WST Markets. Good evening, my friend. Thanks for coming on the show. The last time I took so much keen interest and I watched the Bitcoin was about $7,000. That must have looked like 1,000 years ago. Things have since changed. Where are we at the moment? But before that, let's talk about the key issues weighing on global investors' minds right now. Is it the virus? Is it the vaccine? Is it the Biden presidency, or what?
I think both. I think it's the combination of all of these factors you've mentioned. However, from time to time, what you would see is that market participants will sort of try to prioritize some over the other, right? So right now, it's more like a Biden presidency, the administration, what he's looking like in terms of his choice of key, administrators. The choice of Janet Yellen was actually welcomed positively by market participants. We could see risky asset trading even at all-time highs, just highlighting the fact that nothing is really changing, It's just going to be more of the same when it comes to monetary policies as a result of his choice. And also, the results have been coming up from pharmaceutical companies highlighting efficacy of their vaccine, also giving that investors and giving market participants some bit of optimism in terms of 2021. And a combination of all of this and the possibility that there will not be a significant lockdown going into 2021, given the fact that we are having this vaccine, and there was like a more, better management of this disease at the moment, despite rising cases in some economies, sort of giving comfort and saying that the market and economy would gently, gradually, steadily go to pre-COVID levels also.
So do you think as we go closer to the beginning of 2021, which is January, we've got Biden sworn in as the next president of the United States, do you think some of the political hiccups and the rhetoric and all that were between China and U.S. and all of that and the elections will fade out, as it were, perhaps with the Brexit as well? Then we can have what you called a blue ocean into 2021.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the case. I think Biden is not disruptive as his predecessor. I think he is quite diplomatic. He has been a politician for the major part of his life. So in terms of applying diplomacy into treating sensitive situations, foreign policies, geopolitical risks, I don't think we will get those volatility spike as we got with the Trump administration. So I'm anticipating a sort of calmer market when it comes to volatility. I'm expecting some sort of convergence with actual market internals and fundamentals, and not just market asset prices depending on Trump's tweets on a day-to-day basis. So I'm expecting that sort of calmness when we're going into 2021 after Joe Biden has been sworn in.
I haven't really checked, but Joe Biden doesn't tweet as fast and furious as President Trump. I think we're going to see. I think Twitter is going to really miss Donald Trump by the time he leaves, because he's got hundreds of thousands of tweets, right up 40,000 feet above the sea level. He's still there with his phone. He wakes up and sleeps with Twitter. So, but it's going to be just a few by Biden. I think it's more, like you said, more of a politician than a businessman. When you're a businessman, you need to keep an eye on everything. So why is Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies rallying? Yeah, we've seen the rally, but why are they heading south? What do the technical indicators show right now?
Well, so it's a theme when it comes to that technical aspect of trading asset classes or trading assets generally. There was that point where the prices will be trading in that overbought region. And that's what we've seen with the cryptocurrencies. they've been trading at significantly a very high overbought region, and Bitcoin was trading at its relative strength index, which is the particular indicator we use to measure overbought and oversold level, was trading above 90, and that is very high on the daily time frame. And you could see the euphoria that was coming with it, and that's the very, very ironical weird thing that comes to the market when a number of retail investors are jumping in, and they jump at the tail end of a particular squeeze, and that's what we're seeing. So right now, it's very early to see this is probably a reverse of some sort of what we've seen in the technical correction, because it has been trading at significantly overbought level, even on the longer time frame, and that's what we're experiencing now, boss.
Yeah, so is Bitcoin part of the bubble that the rest of asset classes are, perhaps with the exception of gold and others?
Although I cannot exactly be concrete in my answer to this, but however, if you look at Bitcoin closely, you realize that there is no fundamental intrinsic value of what it's trading on, really. This is not backed by anything. There is no utility use. When you look at all of this, and you look at the should I say, the increased hurdle when it comes to scaling Bitcoin as a result of its usage, you realize that there is too many things when it comes to key variables that drive the pricing of this asset. And on the back of that, you can highly just centralize the reason why Bitcoin trade at what it trades is entirely speculative. So when you understand that, you realize that it's very possible that we are always going to be, almost every time, in a bubble, because really there's nothing back in there. It's just speculative. It's just the euphoria, the PR that comes with cryptocurrency. However, I'm not going to take out the fact that a number of institutions, payment platforms, are looking to adopt cryptocurrency, Bitcoin especially, as a sort of payment mode. So the usage in one hand is serving as a popularity for more people to adopt this digital currency.
I saw there just one inscription. Some of those images were showing that says, "In cryptocurrency we trust." So how close are we to having cryptos becoming a currency, a reserve currency, or a digital currency?
We can say right now Bitcoin is sort of a digital currency, really. That's this category. That's where we put it right now. However, reserve currency, also, as I mentioned earlier, there is a number of downside risks when it comes to that. Right now, a couple of exchanges are actually being investigated for fraud, given the fact that they've been pivotal in terms of manipulation of this cryptocurrency price. And also, there have been reports saying that because of its decentralization, which is supposed to be its merit, there have been some illicit use of this decentralization to move money about, and that in itself is affecting, should I say, central adaptation when it comes to this cryptocurrency. There is going to be a pushback. What powers are going to fight against any form of, should I say, threat when it comes to their own fiat currency, and I think getting to that reserve currency status that you mentioned is actually a stretch at the moment.
So what is the future of cryptocurrency as we see a number of central banks, for example, the Chinese PBOC issued a couple of those last month or so, trying to test the waters, as it were. Is it closer than we think that we'll have this money?
So when you use China as an example, then that's an outlier. So every time they're doing this is how they can decouple from their reliance on the greenback, really. So they are a special case.
They're trying everything they want. They can.
Yeah. So it comes to that point of central bank just saying, well, I think this is the end of fiat currency. We need to just allow cryptocurrency come to that place of full scale adoption. But I think where we might get to would be some sort of mediating platform whereby there will be some regulation by the central banks on cryptocurrency.
Let's leave it there for today. Thank you so much. Uchenna Minnis, founder and managing partner at WST Markets. Great to have you, and see you next time.